Good evening, everybody. It's now 6 p.m, so I'd like to welcome you to our Higher Education Celebration event for the class of 2020. My name is Kerry. I'm the Assistant Principal for Higher Education and Adult Delivery here at East Coast College. I'm really pleased that we've been able to meet with you all this evening to say a huge well done to all of you for completing your awards this year. This is a big enough achievement at the best of times, but has been particularly challenging this year through the interruption of COVID. So it's really nice that we can now say a true thank you to all of you for all of your hard work, your support and commitment you have shown to one another and to your tutors, and a massive well done overall. It remains the University of Suffolk intention to still confer your awards in October as planned, providing you with an electronic copy of your certificate and your achievements in order that you have these available for any career and future learning opportunities that you have planned. A paper copy of your certificate will also be sent very shortly after this directly from the university. The graduation ceremony itself, like for many of us, is my personal highlight of each academic year, and the university and college are planning in the hope that we're able to hold a graduation ceremony later on in this next academic year. The university will be in touch to confirm our intended approach to this very shortly with you directly. This evening is, however, an additional, more timely celebration of your achievements. And this evening we will hear from two guest speakers from both the college and the university, followed by a lovely video produced by your course tutors. Many of you can see that they're here with us this evening also. So our East Coast College Principal and CEO, Stuart Rimmer, joins us firstly this evening and would like to start the celebration event by saying a few words. Over to you, Stuart.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's an absolute privilege to speak to you all this evening. Huge congratulations on your achievements. It's lovely to see so many staff and students logging in tonight and actually coming together to take part. And although some of you will be watching it on catch-up TV, which I believe is the way things are done these days. But I think I'd just like to take a very quick opportunity to also say a huge thank you and echo Kerry's thoughts to our staff team who've taught you this year. They've done so through some amazingly complex teaching methodology. They've had to really adapt very quickly, and it's been an absolute pleasure to see, and I'm sure you'd always wish to thank them yourselves. So whilst, as Kerry said, through COVID-19, we're not able to formally confer degrees as we normally would at this time, we can celebrate with you. And at times such as these, it is my privileged position to share some advice for your futures. Now, as an educator, it's not so much as advice as sort of 3 simple instructions. I'd advise you to enjoy, to reflect, and to dream. So first, to enjoy, well, I think you should take some time to enjoy your achievements. The moment of achieving a degree should be truly savoured. We can't have a full in-person ceremony just yet, although we will in the future soon. But I know that even a few online moments to the sort of virtual applause of delighted onlookers and friends, family, teachers who may be with you watching this evening won't come close to reflecting the true huge amount of work it takes that you've done to earn this moment this evening. But please take time to enjoy it. To achieve in circumstances such as you have over the last few months has been truly remarkable, and I think that makes you even more special than ever before, that your courage, your determination, your creativity to get those last few months of your degree completed have been really quite remarkable. So I think you should take some time to enjoy. And you've now essentially achieved your degree, and no one can take that away from you, not even COVID. So in future, whether your degree certificate sits in your living room wall proudly, or in your future corporate office, or even in a dusty shoebox as mine does under the spare bed, its currency and its value to you remains important, and an achievement for which you should always be proud. My second piece of advice is for you to reflect. Take some time to reflect. Now, this is not for right now, but over this period coming, take some time to sort of deeply think and meaningfully reflect on your learning experience. What have you really gained? And I think that the reflection for me wouldn't be around thinking about your technical skill development, the things you kind of technically learned in your course, a long list of assignments you completed, all those complex module titles, but actually think about the personal learning, about how your character and your personal development has gone throughout your period of learning. what has your HE studies really taught you about you? Because I'm pretty sure, I think we all go through it with higher education study, that there'll be times when you've doubted yourselves, real sort of those tests of character, tests of your determination, your resilience, your ability to find humour, to create effort and challenge. And I think all of this, if you reflect really properly, will carry you into future careers when times get tough. So I think reflection personally is something that sometimes you can learn yourself and teachers cannot teach you, but it will be learning that lasts a lifetime for you. And finally, and I think this is probably most important, I want you to dream. Receiving a degree closes off one set of dreams you've dreamt to complete your studies. And actually through your hard work, you've made that a reality. But now is the time to allow yourself to dream it all up again. And I urge you to dream big. In a post-COVID environment, the world needs it and your community needs it. We need you to dream big. When I went to university myself, a close friend of mine gave me a verse that sat pinned to my wall for all 3 years, and subsequently went to every workplace and sits on my study at home, just out of shot, and in my office drawer at work. And it's from T. Lawrence of Arabia, and it runs something like, "All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by the dusty recesses of the minds, wake in the day to find it is vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous, for they will dream with their eyes open and make it possible." So I urge you to consider those 3 things. Enjoy your achievement in your moment, reflect on that developmental journey, and finally, dream big. Go out into now the workplace or your community and dream with your eyes open. Apply those talents and your character and make dreams possible. So from me, class of 2020, the very best luck to you all, and thank you very much. And I think I pass you back to Kerry.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you for your words there and starting our event. This evening, we're also very pleased to be able to have Helen Langton, University of Suffolk Vice Chancellor, here with us. So she will address you all now as completing students for 2020. So over to you, please, Helen.
Thank you, Kerry, and thank you to Stuart for your words too. And I hope that you'll see that some of my words dovetail nicely with what has already been said, and some consistency as we wish you well on your way. So firstly, can I add my welcome? It's really good to have so many of you with us this evening, and I'm really delighted to be able to join you in your celebration. Somebody said to me at the celebration last year, well, we were really impressed that you came along. We didn't think you'd come. You are Suffolk University students, and we are incredibly proud of you and interested in you. So I'm absolutely delighted to be able to join you this evening. It's really important for me to be part of this celebration. So just a few words from me. I think it's important to understand, and I'm sure you know this, that our mission is to transform lives and to make a difference. And to do that in a really positive way. And that can be economically, it can be socially, it can be culturally. And through the skills that you've learned and continue to learn, and particularly for you as you take your place in our growing region. And this is a region to be really excited about because there's so much happening despite some of the challenges that we're all living through at the moment. You're never going to forget 2020. In fact, I'm not sure any of us are going to ever forget 2020. COVID-19 has had a huge impact on all of us, and it will have impacted you in different ways. Your studies, you as people, your families, your friends, your future employment, the work that you do in the community, whatever it is. I'm sure you can all list a myriad ways in which life has changed over the last few months. And I also want to remind you of the value of your degree, because it is much more than the subject matter that you've been studying. That's clearly important, and you chose your course because you were interested in it. And I hope that interest has grown and developed over the time you've been studying. But think of the other skills you've also gained, your ability to analyse and your ability to synthesise and evaluate. I have no doubt that those will have been enhanced through the work that you've undertaken. You'll have learnt more about teamwork, you'll have learnt more about communication and more about leadership, your own leadership and indeed the leadership of others. And I have a hunch that all of us over the last few months will have learnt more digital skills, if nothing else. Here we are tonight on a digital awards celebration. I think all of us will have had our digital skills challenged. I know I certainly have. But there is something about these strange times. And as the class of 2020, I have a challenge for you. You can either let COVID-19 define you, or you can take what you've learned about yourself, about your resilience, the skills that you've enhanced, and you can use it to define yourself in a very positive way. I would encourage you to look for the positives. If necessary, list them. List the things that actually you have learned that are positive, particularly not only throughout your degree, but in this last few months. Be able to share them at interviews for jobs, at work you're doing in the community, with your family more broadly. I think you'll be surprised how much you've actually gained through the last few months. And sometimes it's not until we stop and, as Stuart said, reflect, that you will pick up so many of the positives. It has been a strange time, but it does not have to define you. Don't let it do so, is my key message to you. You are bigger than COVID-19. And I look forward to hearing and seeing what you as the class of 2020 achieve in the coming months and years. And actually, if you take the lessons you've learned over the last few months, you will achieve more and further and higher and bigger than you ever dreamt of. Never forget what you are capable of achieving. And please be proud of being a graduate and an alumni of the University of Suffolk. We hope that you will continue to be our ambassadors and agents for change. And boy, do we need agents for change right now. We're never going to be in the old normal. Everybody's talking about a new normal. And it's people like yourselves who will be agents for change for our new normal. I do ask you to keep in touch with us. Remember that we're here to help you as you develop your future and as you grow and develop more broadly in your career. So well done. I'm really proud of all that you've achieved, and as the class of 2020, with the additional challenges, you have achieved hugely. Be proud of yourselves, and we are very proud of you. Well done, and many congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Helen, for those lovely thoughts and those challenges there to our students as well. I would just like to reflect, Stuart mentioned it earlier, but I do want to say a very big thank you to your tutor team. Many of them are here with us this evening. I also want to say a thank you to our HE support delivery teams as well. We all know that without our dedicated staff teams, particularly our course leaders and course tutors, many of us would not have been as successful as we are and have been today. So thank you to all of our higher education lecturers and wider education team. Now, our teaching team were asked to reflect over the last few weeks on why higher education provision through the University of Suffolk at East Coast College has been so successful. And I'm really pleased to be able to introduce a short film clip here that collects some of their thoughts and reflections. So I hope you enjoy.
Hello everybody. You will have heard lots from your tutors over the last few years, but let's hear what they have to say makes East Coast College higher education provision so special.
Because we usually work in small groups, we really get to know and support our students. It's easier to find out how everyone is doing and to keep in touch.
When students start on the course, they often think they're not very academic, but as they study a subject that fascinates and interests them, they soon discover that they are. And witnessing this is very rewarding.
Running a course that is so reliant on specialist equipment, we could have been hit very hard this close to the end of the year, but the students have been incredible in the flexibility that they've shown. As our external examiner commented in a report, the course team and students are to be congratulated on adapting to a distance learning model of working. And of course, as the course leader, I am extremely proud of the work they've produced.
We see how our groups manage to attend sessions while holding down a job and looking after their families. It's a real achievement to complete the course, and few people will see how much has had to be put into that.
One of the reasons the students come on to our degree programmes is because they're looking for something that's going to enable them in their careers. It's going to help them to achieve a goal and to progress. And we managed to do that. And many of our students are catapulted from our courses into careers and professions and managerial positions that were beyond their expectations. And that's what they came looking for, and that's what we provided, and it's why we do it.
When COVID struck and we were all suddenly in a different world, it could have been disastrous. But the ways the students and staff have adapted makes the degree all the more of an achievement.
The creativity that has been shown in meeting the outcomes of the course might turn out to be one of the best learning curves this year's students have had to go through in preparing them for their futures.
It's been most encouraging to see students applying their learning effectively in real community settings through being in their placements. And this has made real changes in people's lives and the lives of their students.
Internet-based resources such as ebooks and the online learning environment help to give our students great access to resources, and it's rewarding to hear how useful they are.
Getting hands-on experience of conservation work in Africa was an amazing opportunity for our students, and I hope it stays with them wherever they go to. I wish all the students the very best in their future careers.
Great to see so many graduating who were nervous freshers only a short time ago. Well done to you all.
Well done, and congratulations to all of our students. That's a great collection of thoughts from our team and really does summarise what makes our college and the University of Suffolk so very special. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you again to our staff for completing that video for us. So now that actually brings us to the end of our very small celebration event this evening. I want to thank you so much for attending. I hope you enjoy your summer and are looking forward to your next steps, whatever they may be in terms of your progression or career. To play us out, we have something quite unique. We have a collection of film effects work from our visual effects and post-production degree students. So please feel free to leave this event in your own time, however some of you may wish to enjoy the video. So finally, please make sure you keep in touch with us. Update us on all the amazing things that you go on to do, and very best of luck in your future. Good evening all.